The history of the TN dog, the great Pitbull combat champion, the famous yellow ROM. At the end of the 70s, in the beginning of the 80s, Mr. Fletcher Chavis created some Pitbulls that any breeder would be proud to have in his backyard. Many of his dogs belonged to the lineage of the dog, which was called Champion Yellow John ROM. And for many years, Mr. Chavis campaigned in the fight with those dogs of the Red Boy lineage, which were of the same lineage of dogs that he had won from RT base. Mr. Fletcher Chavis was considered one of the best Pitbull breeders. In the mid-1970s, a remarkable discovery was made. Vernon Jackson bought a dog from Don Mayfield, and named him Hank. He belonged to the lineage of Mayfield, with the dog named Lightning too. The dog Hank did not fight until he was 3 years old. But, when he turned 3, he became a phenomenal fighter. Furthermore, he has also become an exceptional producer. He was crossed with A.B. Rast's bitch, she was called Queenie. From this litter came the champion dog, the Jocko, the champion Argo, the Apple and some others, who were also good. Chavis crossed with Jocko, and that was the beginning of the famous Red Boy lineage with Jocko. Mr. Chavis campaigned in the fight with Jocko, and he seemed to be unbeatable, because of his characteristics, which were inherited, from the old style, internal process, from Mr. Hank. The Jocko became a champion, and he was retired, as a stud. He was placed to cross. This crossing was with the dog Jocko, and his sister, the bitch Apple, and in this crossing, 2 producing bitches were born, and excellent ones. One was called Green Sandy, and the other Green Coffee. Then the 2 bitches were bred to a 3-time tramp Red Boy dog from base. He had a hard mouth, and was a winner named Champion Yellow John ROM. From Coffee's brood, Super Nats was born, who won a fight in 4 hours and 52 minutes. And from Sandy's litter came Grand Champion John Boy, STP Dog Champion Toro, STP Dog Champion Tyson, Chavis Bitch Cleopatra, Chavis Bitch Deadly and Chavis Green's Hitman. There was also a bitch, called Champion Lady Sassy Mead. She was a bitch, 4 times combat winner. This bitch was the result of a creation of half Red Boy blood and half Lonzo blood. Sandy was also placed to cross, with the champion Jocko, and of this litter, the dog of Chavis, the dangerous Dan, the Thor, the Margaret and the Lady Rose were born. In the lineage of the great champion Yellow, he also had female dogs, which produced puppies as good as he was. Yellow was bred to his littermate, the champion Sassy. The great Yellow champion was placed, because of all the champions he produced, with all bitches, even from other bloodlines, and even his own bloodline. From this crossing, the TN dog, the AAA, was born, which generated puppies, males and females, and of the highest quality, with a lot of performance. After Grand Champion Yellow won his first match, the Carl Cruz took an interest in him. When he talked to his partner about the purchase, the partner said, "I don't like this dog, it slows down when it's time to go back to the fight." But after Carl had talked in his ear for a while, TN had given up the dog, and charged each man $400 for the dog. Then, the great champion Yellow was bought for $800. Yellow stayed in TANT'S yard most of the time because Carl drew more attention than Mr. TNT. Yellow won his first fight, with 1 year and 2 months old, and would have his second one approximately in September of 1983. He became a champion at age 2, and at age 3, he became a grand champion. Yellow was placed on the ROM list in 1993 with 5 ROM points. What any other dog has to put on, Yellow came out on top. He won fights with a short duration, for example 30 minutes, and long fights, up to 2 hours and 37 minutes. Winner of 6 fights, many war dogs thought it would be easy to defeat Yellow, as he only expends enough energy to win. Some bitches, from the Red Boy lineage, with the Jocko lineage, worthy of mention are SCK Baby ROM. The Grand Champion Yellow was bred to a bitch 3 times from the lineage of the Jocko. She is known as the Champion Gladys. From this litter, the puppies came Tant Gladys D, Tant Lulu, Tant DC, Powerhouse Canil Sandman, Chavis Big John, Havana Boy, and Grand Champion Rodney. Some time later, the Great Champion Rodney was put to cross with a bitch of the lineage, Bass Tramp Red Boy, called Marlowe Penny. From this litter, the puppies Marlowe Grumpy and Tant Reddy were born. After a while, Tant Reddy was bred to Chavis Champion Rojo. And from this litter, the female of TANT'S, the bitch Goldie, was born. At a certain age, Goldie was bred to the Great Champion Dog, Yellow. And from that litter, SCK's Awesome Baby ROM was born. Soon after, Awesome Baby was put to cross with a winning dog. He is of the bloodline of Bolio with Tombstone, the STP dog called Grande Champion Buck ROM. He is 7 times combat winner. And that's how it started, another phenomenal crossing in the Pitbull dog world. From this cross, the Grand Champion Yellowbuck and the Champion Piggy were born. Awesome Baby also produced the Grand Champion Lugar when bred to a dog named Fargo. When bred with the Jedi DSTP, she gave birth to the champion, Nico, who is a 4-time combat winner, from the SCK, and he produced Dixie, a 2-time combat winner dog, and a defeat-proving Gameness, with the duration of 2 hours and 40 minutes. The Mr. Mark bred a bitch from the Lopase bloodline, called Red Lady, with a dog from the Jocko bloodline, known as the Champion Chris Groucho. From this breeding came a female, called Mark Newland, which was crossed with a producer, twice the lineage of Bass Tramp Red Boy, called Miller Red Man. From this breeding came a female dog named Colin Red Alert. Colin Red Alert was placed to cross with the Champion Toro of the STP. From this crossing, the puppies, Sherman the Tank, from Onello, and Twisted Sister, from Onello, were born. These 2 dogs were put together to breed, and thus the puppies were born, Goodson Little Man, Onello Spook, and Ratliff Daisy May ROM. Daisy, MAE of Ratliff, was bred with the Grand Champion Dog, Buck ROM, and thus the Ratliff Champion, the dog Butkus, was born, a dog 4 times combat winner, with 1 defeat, proving his gameness, and Miss Leaky ROM by Undertaker Kennel. This was a crossover, which was phenomenal. The Champion Butkus was used in a fight as a replacement dog, and because of this, his loss happened. He was crossed with the bitch Miss Leaky ROM to give birth to Super Kennel's dog, Champion 357. Daisy was also placed to cross with a dog of dispersed breeding, of the Jeep lineage with the Patrick lineage with the Zebo lineage. He was called Bobby Jack. And from this cross, the champions Thunder and Terry were born. Hope you enjoyed this amazing story of TANT'S dog, the Yellow ROM. Comment which dog you'd like to know the story of, and I'll bring it here on the channel. My name is Rodolpho Luiz. Until the next video.